Hello! Welcome to stream 2 of RoadWarden. I just want to see if this is working, because I'm also streaming on YouTube. Green Streams, look me up if you haven't. I'm streaming on Twitch. I forgot my Twitch name. I think it's Greeny Green. But yeah, it seems like everything's working. Is there audio? Yep, there's audio. Fantastic. That means we are back to... what's the game called? RoadWarden. I love this music. But I think last time, was it the audio was a bit too loud? Now it was a bit too quiet. I wonder if there's a way I can turn myself up. If my friends were watching this, they would say I wouldn't need to turn up because I'm usually very loud. That's only when I'm talking to someone else. Alright, that should be fun. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit just a bit down. Cool. Hi. Welcome to RoadWarden Let's Play number 2. This is a game that's apparently more Witcher than Witcher, according to one of the reviews. And this is the second time I'm playing it. I didn't think I would return, but I'm bored and I need to wait for dinner. So yeah, we're here. Oh yep, I need to actually switch the scene. Bam. Perfect. A young man is leaning against a closed gate covered by its shadow. He's young, tanned, and has a short, elegantly trimmed red beard. Remind you of anyone? Sorry. Beneath the green gambeson, he wears an expensive tunic decorated with colorful trim. From his arm hangs a steel helmet, though the metal is so thin that it's mostly made of wool and leather. He moves into the light and takes on the posture of a disciplined soldier, not a mercenary. He stands upright with his chin up. There are 2 weapons on the ground leaning on the wooden beams of the gate, an axe made of steel and a wooden club. He doesn't reach for either. You dismount smoothly, still having some vigor left. Old Bill holds its tail high. A narrow path leads north towards 2 field workers, one with a hoe and one with a pitchfork. They wave to you. You can't see their faces, but their clothes are simple grey pants and vests made from hemp wool. I wave back? Why not? I do wave back. Damn it, I can't see my mouse again. I swear to God, I was able to see my mouse before I started streaming. What's with that? Does it like know that I'm streaming this? It's crazy. Alright, that's alright. I suppose I don't really need my mouse here. I can figure it out. They take a bit looking towards you and pointing at your mount. They talk for a bit, looking towards you and pointing at your mount. Then walk away, disappearing behind the wall's corners. The guard smiles, yet avoids your eyes, and has to clear his throat before he speaks. Welcome, Welcome, traveler. If you're near here to make trouble, Howler's Den welcomes you. We have the widest flowered areas. When he bows, you realize it's a well-practiced performance. If it's new garments you're looking for, you can order everything you need right here, in all colors, shapes, and sizes. Capes, boots, vests, robes, or if you're unsure, or if you're yourself a master of the needle, I can assure you we have the fabric you're looking for. His act is over, and he glances at your mount in a moment of silence. His eyes gets wider as he observes it with childlike fascination. I say, this is Old Bill. Where's my mouse? There it is. This is Old Bill. It helps me patrol the roads. You can pat its side if you want, but no sudden movements. He follows your instructions, even though your palfrey pays no attention to the man's careful touch. The guard grins widely. I'm Justano, your new road warden. I want to see your mayor. City folk, eh? The maid's busy, but I'll ask her. Give us a moment to let you in. He knocks at the gate, which is pulled which is then pulled inwards by two other guards, a man and a woman, wearing their own gambesons, similarly green, but tailor-made to match their figures. The nearby buildings are simple houses made of wooden beams and covered with thatch, while the storehouse is even more modest, with a roof made of planks. The watchtower has a ladder made of ropes and sticks, no stairs.
Just give me a moment.
The guard strides away before he finishes the last word. The others close the gate behind you and observe your mount carefully. Your eyes run east to a humming creek running through the center of the village. I wait for the messenger to return. Wait for the return of the messenger.
Common sound, eh?
The Howler's Creek.
That's a Howler Creek.
The guard, like most of the locals, is taller than you.
Wide but shallow. There's never been a flood in years. Pa told me there used to be a bridge. Neighbors crossed it with their boots in their hands. And 'tis clean like raindrops, but there ain't even fish no more. We're the cleanest in the north.
We're the cleanest in the north, her companion chuckles brightly. When the guard returns, he's still alone.
You can come now. A friend of mine in labor, eh? The male wants to be there when the child arrives, but I was asked to show you the village.
I nod. Fine. Where's my mouse? This is going to be a common occurrence, isn't it? Alright, maybe I should just... Let's see the taskbar settings. Maybe hide the taskbar. There we go. Alright, you're going to have to cope with a white bar at the top. The guard returns. Oh no, yep, I nod. Fine. He approaches the watchtower.
Tie him out here. We'll keep the kids away. Most of the neighbors are getting ready to celebrate.
Once you're done, he grabs your rope ladder.
The view from up here is gorgeous.
Climb up after him. Even though the ladder swings in all directions, the guard gets to the top quickly, like a monkey climbing up creepers. You, on the other hand, need to stop and wait for the ladder to calm itself. When you join the man on the wooden platform, you're a bit dizzy. He's leaning on the wooden parapet, observing the area with a smile, which I look around. I'll actually show you the map this time. It's pretty. Maybe I should just move my camera here. Or maybe here. Maybe here. Over here for now, I reckon. Make it smaller.
See? This now place like hell's down.
The guard points in every direction, giving you no time to contemplate. The next few minutes, he describes the fields and their crops, the flocks in the pastures, and the shepherds inspecting the fences. The ancient garden of trees and bushes larger than the village itself. The sunlight dances on the stream to its own tune. If you are to believe everything he describes, this place has access to everything in abundance. The sweetest honey and the most fragrant bread, the softest wool. And the beer is excellent. He sounds like a city merchant who's trying to sell an old house. What an annoying kid. In Hovlovin you can find 5 large in the rest of the settlement. No wonder he's so proud. Why wouldn't he be? They've tamed a scrap of land to live in comfort. Yeah, they have. The islet in the middle connects both parts of the village. According to the man, the northern gate is hardly ever opened, and it leads
nowhere now.
Near the eastern gate, there's the Ape Isle Inn, where you can find
a bed and victuals, and there's a stall where Akos rewards our work, unless we annoy him with pointless talk.
He lets out a chuckle. On the opposite side of the creek, there's a white house. It belongs to
Bion, the best clother in the north.
The priests live in the southeast near the wall, but
they don't near talk to strangers.
You also hear about the hunter, the cooper, the fisher, the miller. The pie maker lives with the sister, the baker, the smith, and her husband, the carpenter, who live with their kids. Some of the larger buildings could accommodate 2, maybe even 3 generations at once. There could be more than 100 dwellers here. You consider stopping his speech, but he suddenly points at an islet again.
There, you see? The mayor's coming. The one wearing purple. Feel free to join our traveler.
I nod and climb down. You try to get down quickly, but 2 steps are enough to make you sure that that's a bad idea. You wait for the ladder to find its balance. You're relieved when you touch the ground again. You untie your palfrey and follow the guard. You pass a small pasture surrounded by a wooden fence, a few loose chickens, and a tethered boar. The fancier buildings are covered with whitewash coating and surrounded with vegetables, herbs, and flowers. The bridges are wide enough to carry even a wagon, but for old Bill walking on the wooden beams, it's far from pleasant. The islet is empty, but you notice an empty stall painted with the shapes of colorful flowers. I walk over the second bridge. Along the entire path, you notice more and more people observing you, smiling and casually greeting you as they're focused on their own tasks. Finally, you reach the main square. A large tree grows in the center, surrounded by dark water, held together by a thin wall, perfect for sitting. The smell coming from liquid makes you think of rotten eggs. The plant reminds you of the tree you saw in the south, next to the swamp altar. I remember that swamp altar. In the north, you see the Ape Ale Inn. Judging by the tables, stools, and benches outside of it, it's open for guests. The villagers are chatting and dining loudly, and you catch their curious glances on the side of the dining area. The merchant is arguing with a tall, broad-shouldered worker. An old man is sitting there by himself, eating a pie with a walking stick leaning against the table. A young woman is cleaning the empty mugs in the creek, speaking with a man at least twice her age, maybe her father. I need a spot to tether old Bill. There's a wide wooden roof next to the gates that shelters carts, crates, and sacks. You move your mount next to a donkey to a beam placed here just for its purpose. Without a moment of hesitation, old Bill starts to chew on a nearby haystack. You have some time to make sure it doesn't struggle with your bundles. You return to her at the inn. Look for the mayor and approach her. She's sitting on a chair with a 4-year-old boy on her knees. She's holding his hand gently, showing him how to eat gruel from a bowl. It's not a cheap meal, though you spot nuts, berries, and milk, and they've added honey, making it yellowish. The kid is clean and quiet, and once he notices your arrival, he crams his mouth with a spoonful of oats.
Now, love.
The mayor titters.
You need to get distracted. She rubs the meal off his face. Give him a spoonful and you go help Papa in the kitchen, say?
She gives you a radiant, though apologetic smile, then turns her attention back to her companion. I observe her closer. Her long, full-sleeved linen dress must have been dyed once in blue and once in red to achieve its dark, fancied purple, which would draw looks even in Hovlaven. From her left shoulder hangs a green woolen cape, as thin as a shawl. The brown belt on her waist has a large steel buckle that portrays a running deer with unrealistically large antlers, growing in all directions like a tree branch. Unlike her tribesfolk, she's pale, with powdered and rouged cheeks, and her lips matched her outfit, though they're a bit closer to a wine red. The thick grey strands in her long, blonde hair look more a fashion choice than a result of aging. Her eyes are the color of a cape, keen and vigorous. She's shorter than than people around her, though would still be the tallest woman in most of the northern settlements. While she's around 40, her slim hands adds a fragility to her appearance, even though her posture is upright, her legs confidently crossed, and her delicate voice assertive. She makes plenty of gestures, but her shoulders hardly ever move, and I wait as long as it takes. A few more minutes, the boy lets out a gentle cough, and after a pat on the back, the mayor puts him on the ground.
You did a good love. Son. But now I need to speak to our guest now.
She addresses one of the inn workers, a girl close to 15.
Take him to her father, would you?
Her tone suddenly gets firmer, leaving no hint of question or suggestion. Yes, ma, she responds. Both her hair and eyes are nothing like those of her brother, and neither of the kids resemble their mother.
So we have a RoadWarden again. Please sit down.
She vaguely shows you the palm of her hand, letting you pick any place you want. And since I'm her guest, I sit on the bench next to her. I sit on the stool opposite her. I'm her trade partner. You have a good look at the inn's front door, leading in a cellar-like ground floor. It's dark, with crates and barrels covered in fruits and nuts and vegetables. The actual inn is upstairs, but the people who go in or out are workers, most of whom are teenagers. The mayor observes your outfit carefully, maintaining a polite, cool smile. Once your eyes meet, she hardly ever looks away.
I'm sure you're hungry. My husband will bring us something soon.
And I appreciate it.
Now mention it. Hunger makes me peevish. And Dad's too nice for that.
She taps her chest and looks at a flock of birds that fly above you, loudly heading south.
As we're waiting, be so good as to help me understand something. Eva, if you're but a mercenary, I can imagine a single reason for you to choose this realm for your warden. And it's so long of Estrian's disappearance, there's now glory nor treasure to find here.
Her pale figure forms a tent on her stomach, then leaving the forearms pointing at you. You are sent here by merchants. They want the peninsula. I'm gonna be playful. I have been playful this playthrough, so may as well commit with that. I use a joke or a witty comment. Portray the situation as lightly as I can. Guilty as charged, we are. You answer with a loud whisper, and raise your hands to the level of your chest, introducing yourself. You touch on the more obvious sides of the potential deal with the guild and the city chief, the troops, their pay, and their patrols they would establish. The overview of taxes, but you keep adding more or less successful puns and casual phrases. The merchant would bring new life to this place, you conclude. And not just them, but the acrobats and bards as well. I get it, the mayor says with a smile, even though she shared a giggle or two with you. She didn't interrupt your speech. She takes a deep breath and moves their hat from her shoulder to her back, looking at your palfrey.
And sure, if it was just that, I'd ask you where to sign, but it isn't that simple, is it?
Her eyes fill up with melancholy.
I appreciate that you're coming with a carrot, not a stick, but it comes to the guild, there's always a catch.
Her accent is almost identical to the ones used in the city. What sort of catch?
Well, maybe not. I phrased it poorly.
She burst into a joyless laugh.
Not a catch, but rather a sort of traps and omissions. Like with that saying, give them a finger and they'll take the whole hand. Here, listen to this trick I learned about during my studies.
She theatrically clears her throat, patting her chest with one hand and covering her mouth with another. She leans forward and rests her elbow, allowing her hands to freely make gestures.
You make a deal with a settlement. Flour and wool in exchange for coin and tools. You send for first traders and they imply that you're ready to pay for more, let's say parchment. Months later, you want no more rye, just parchment and wool. We can butcher any more mufflins, the locals say. Don't worry, you answer. We'll send a small flock just to turn one of the fields into a pasturage.
As she pretends to speak different characters, her voice comically shifts, and she has no issue switching back accents. Well, I do. But I encourage her with a kind smile. She swings her hand above the table.
Another year goes by, and while there's more parchment, the village lacks some crops. The tribe needs not just tools, coins. The tribe needs not just tools and coins, plenty of coins, but also seeds, and the guild is not satisfied. Sending out wagons costs a lot, and there are more highwaymen. Now, if if you want us to come again, you need more Mouflons. And to sell us their cheese. And guess what? With a haunting laughter. She straightens up and spreads her arms like someone a third of her age. Turns out the village can't say no more. Not anymore. They lack supplies and seeds and land. They can't refuse. I nod. She's right. It's better not to say anything stupid. The pause doesn't linger for long. I see we understand each other. Let's finish the introductions. I'm Thias, one of the keepers of the Ape Ale Inn, and the mayor of Howell is Dern. I assume it would be convenient for you to take my answers back to Hovlaven. She wonders for a moment. Say when we could expect the first caravan. After winter? It depends on what you can sell and what you want in return. While the conversation goes on, the food gets served. The refreshing aroma of roasted mutton, covered with a thick sauce made of mint and parsley, honey tempts you to bite right away. The juices are sinking into the round trencher, a plate made of simple brown bread. There's also a small bowl filled with chopped radishes and sliced boiled egg, and a mug filled with cold buttermilk. It's all brought by a few young people, all of them referring to the mayor as their mother. And in the end, the innkeeper himself shows up to wish you a good meal. He's wearing a clean orange tunic and a not-so-clean apron made of hemp. He politely introduces himself as Eric's, and after confirming you won't get sick from what he prepared, he leaves you and his wife to your conversation. Thias tears the meat into small pieces, then eats it slowly, often expressing her enjoyment with a hum. Meanwhile, we get to the important stuff. Sounds like nearby ground is fertile. The village would gladly pay its taxes in grain and vegetables, with the exception that a squad of soldiers would provide additional protection. Our youth is not strong, she claims proudly. Our youth is strong, she claims proudly. So we don't need your guards and your walls, but a lone RoadWarden will keep the roads passable. We need fighters willing to patrol the paths, maybe even the heart of the woods. That's what we'd expect in return. You're not an expert when it comes to linen, cheese, and wool, so the mayor spends a good time describing the outstanding qualities of what the village has to offer. Especially the clothes, which are meant to be as unique as those made of Master Crispus, whatever that is. You vaguely recognize the name of this tailor shoemaker, but you've never earned enough to pay him for as much as a single sleeve. And of course, we would never reject some steel and bronze. We lack alloys for sickles and scythes. She then repeats her questions about starting a trade route. Truth be told, the guild is not sure what Peninsula has to offer. It's going to take a lot more than your village to convince them. Understandable, but you won't find much to the other tribes. They have barely enough to survive even after the trade of our crops, for we have the only decent soil in this realm. And at least the people of Gale Rocks have salt and barrels of fish, while Creeks sells meats and wood. Actually, if you haven't been to Creeks yet, the farthest east village to the northeast, you could give them a chance. She nods with a smile. They could use your help with keeping their roads safe, while marshes, on the other hand, as well as Old Pagos, are close to worthless. For trade route, that is. She clears her throat. After these words, she stands up and walks to another table, and offers her trencher to an elderly man, who sits there by himself. With a trembling voice, he thanks her, then starts to chew on the soggy bread. She sits down, wipes her hand into a clean cloth, adjusts the folds of her cape, and once again crosses her legs. So tell me, Justano, how's Hovlaven? I haven't gathered much news since the invasion. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. Not everyone has their own bed, a
The new generation is ready to start their own fight. And I was afraid it was lost to hunger. She chuckles. It's trimmed with scorn. Good to know I was wrong. When the invasion started, some of the merchants were cheering in their houses, happy that they would sell out and blades and fruits they had stored. Can you believe it? This panic will make us rich. She imitates the voice of a pompous man. This panic will make us rich. She imitates the voice of a pompous man. That's why the southerners reached the villages. They found almost nothing to eat. He sighed. Staying in a remote peninsula truly can be a blessing. She pauses, hesitant to go on, then shakes her head slightly. Well, we can't change the past. How may I help you, Tristana? I'm looking for Astrian. She stares you in the eyes, then turns to old Bill. Your pal free a mare? We have 2 jocks that could use some mules. I'm looking for Astrian. I heard you. He was not welcome here, but he's not welcome here. Her voice is harsh, and I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went. We haven't burned him, or fought his awoken shell, whatever he is. A long pause. It's not our problem. What are his wrongdoings? If you have to know, he failed and won't get a second chance. He was met with to escort there's a word, or name I should say, Egilda, who was meant to escort Egilda, a daughter of mine. They were betrothed in Gale Rock. She was a great archeress, and the road from here to the coast is not that dangerous. But when they saw goblins on the road, Astarion ordered her to push through right into their trap. She torches her deer-shaped buckle. They got jumped like a bunch of wealthy pilgrims. A RoadWarden worth their gruel should know better. You can fight with a blade, but my girl, she never had a chance. She sighed and looked at the gate. He disappeared soon after his pitiful attempt, and apologizing to me. And when we closed our doors behind him, for good, I'll let you know if he ever tries to return. Any ideas where I can look for him? She adjusts her cape with an annoying shrug. Try asking him from the north. He spent most of the time between white marshes, gale, rocks, and creeks. Here he wasn't that eager. To share his plans, that is. Thanks for your help. I wonder. Back in Hovlaven, did you spend many time at Backwood Corner? Used to be this dark, dirty alley, with muggers working even in daylight. I stayed here with Octavia, the miller, in exchange for doing chores for her. She had this small wooden hut. You wouldn't recognize it. It's now a respectable street, one of the fanciest inns in the city, the Apple and Boar. He described how a family of Southerners started a large shipyard right next to the alley, working on exotic boats in unusual shapes, needing hands to work. They offered food and coin to many locals, thugs, and with time, more light and stalls showed up in the alley. And he described the new inn. Thais bursts into a cheerful laughter. So it's the same family that ran Boarhead Inn? And to think I did doubt the lady's endurance. People like her are brave enough to bear the toil in their world and going to bring salvation to us all. What would it make you consider joining Havlabin? Yeah, what would it make you consider joining Havlabin? I really don't care, do I? I mean, I have a mission. Could you tell me about the peninsula? That's another quest of mine. Okay, let's actually look through my quests, shall we? So explore my peninsula. That's my number 1 quest. Help others while I'm here. I want to help others. No. Find the RoadWarden. Let's find the RoadWarden first. leave the square. Alright. So we have a destination now, and that's to travel northwards to Creek and to Gale something in, or whatever. I think I'm gonna leave it here. Like, this was only just because I'm bored for a bit. But thank you for watching. I am, yep, Ghost Greenie on Twitch, I think. And I'm Green Streams on YouTube. Look me up. Say hi. Watch my videos.